Hi guys, and welcome back to another week. Wow, I think this is video number 13. This will be interview number 3, and this is with Sabrina. Sabrina is a fireball. I think I mentioned that in the last video. We talked for a very long time. I'm not even through, I'm actually just finished editing the her first part. Didn't even make it through that. I think this is gonna turn into probably 3, 4, 5, probably 5 videos. She did the bypass and she lost 106 pounds if I remember right, and she looks absolutely incredible. I remember when I saw her at the door, I even said it, and she was all dancing and everything, and once you start seeing her and hear her talk, you'll understand exactly what I say when I say that she's a fireball. She looks amazing. She had the bypass. She looks absolutely incredible. You guys are really going to enjoy this one. I hope you will, at least. Somewhere in one of these corners, I ain't figured this part out yet. I want to say it's over on this side. There'll be a card up there to take you back to the very first video. I hope you'll go back to watch that and watch the whole series from the very beginning. So with that, I'm gonna let you go, and you'll see the first part of the interview, and then I'll talk to you a little bit afterwards. All right? So you look you're even thinner than those pictures were showing. I'm like, oh my God, you look fantastic.
It has been like amazing. This whole experience has been amazing for me. I mean, like, it's like, are you serious? And you had my whole family's like, you look so different. I'm like, I know, right? But I feel different. That's the thing. It's like, the outside and everything is fine, but it's how I feel about me.
That's right.
Right? My whole feeling about myself, my confidence, everything is just like changed. I mean, I've always been like outspoken in some senses of doing stuff and everything. I'm the chief engineer on a fighter jet program. I'm also getting my pilot's license right now because of this, but we'll talk about that. But I mean, I never let things just like keep me like, you know what you have done to get you to where you are now.
That's right.
Right? And that is something nobody can take away from you.
That's right. Absolutely.
Right? So because of that, you have to have this inherent pride of yourself, because a lot of people that try this don't succeed. Yeah. Because they're not committed to it. And it takes a certain level.
This is going to be so easy. I'll just have the surgery. I don't have to worry about it. No, that's not how it is at all.
It takes a certain level of commitment. Yeah. Before the surgery. The commitment you got to have, right? Yep. The lifestyle changes to get your mind ready to do this, right? Because if you don't, I've seen people don't modify their diet beforehand. They think just the 2 week beforehand, or just that little bit of weight loss they think that you have to have before. They'll start right before it to get that and just get that. Yeah. But they really haven't changed the whole eating, the drinking with eating, that whole mindset. And after the surgery, it's hard to train the mind to new habits if you're doing it cold turkey. Right. So you have to start early. So.
And what surgery did you do?
I had the gastric bypass. Okay. What is it? Iron wire.
The bypass. Yeah. Right. That's the big one. That's the one I did too. Yeah. So how much weight did you lose?
Prior or now? Up to now.
Already?
I'm 106 pounds down.
Right. And that's the most, or have you been gaining weight back? Or
I have not gained any back. I'm stuck at 106 down though. I've been stuck at 106 down for the last 6 weeks. I was at 95 pounds when I went in for my post-op check, and I was late doing that because of work and everything. So I was like, I can't get my 100-pound lanyard. I was hurt. I was like, I want my 100-pound lanyard. Y'all don't understand. I work hard for this 100-pound lanyard. And the magnet.
I missed a 75 pound by one.
And
that hurt.
It hurt because you know how much you tried to do this, right? So when I couldn't get that, I was like, so I went home and I was like, forget it. I'm going, get back on the routine. I was still in a routine, but I had to remember what got me there in the first place, right? As far as triggered the weight loss, right? And get back and make sure I'm getting the protein in and getting the things that I need to get in. And that's when it kick-started, and I got that last 11 pounds off. But now I've been stuck at 106. I have not gained a pound or lost a pound, but I've been stuck at 106 pounds, right? So now it's like, okay, what do I need to kick-start? Because I still want, I never thought I'd be this small, and but I'm happy. If I lose more, that's fine. I see people kind of going up and down and fluctuating this and that. I know people that took the surgery way before me and haven't gotten this far back down yet. So, but everybody's journey is different, and that's what I try to tell the young lady that told me she had the surgery before me, almost a year before me, hasn't reached that goal yet. But I think it's also too just preparing and that whole mindset, right? That's I was. Yep. My heaviest, I was at 280. Okay. When I went in to see Dr. Alice's team, I was 272. And that was in June of last year. At surgery time, I was 253. Right? Right. So I'd lost like 19 pounds or something like that before surgery, right? And that was November 5th, I had the surgery. And here I am now. I can't remember how far I'm out now. I know December, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. 10 months out now from the surgery. I've lost the other 80 plus pounds.
You don't understand the commitment it takes.
Is, and that was it. And just that for me, that was I went in June and the end of June, and then November is my surgery date. You know what I mean? So quite a few months later, and that's because I started modifying my diet in like July time frame. You know, I modified my diet to where I started off doing things like. The first couple of things of making sure that I wasn't eating and drinking at the same time, and splitting that 20-minute time, and also taking 20 minutes to eat, right? So that my brain could register I'm full. You know, I have family members that are very bad habit of they'll gobble down a meal in 3 minutes, and they've eaten 3 portions, but they ate it so quick that their mind didn't register that was way too much food for them, right? Yep. So I wasn't that bad, but I didn't spend 20 minutes eating. So once I started doing that and slowing down, being really thoughtful in my chew, you know, so that, because I heard you're going to need that after you have the surgery, because you don't want to force things down that are heavy and it's going to make you full and, you know, and really hurt you later on. Right. So I wanted to change. I know me, I have to get myself on a pattern to get things to stick. Right. Yeah, otherwise, absolutely. If I do it a couple of times, it's just a couple of times. It's not really going to stick and be something that I can practice on a daily, right? When we grow up, we grow up, we go to school and we have classes on nutrition and all that stuff. I can honestly say I was not that person that listened to any of it. Labels. I didn't look at a label. I didn't look at carbs. I didn't look at sugar. I didn't look at protein. I didn't look at any of that because I was just like, that's not me. Even though, I mean, I grew up military family, this and that. It was about fitness and this and that. But for me, it was just like, I'm not going to be. I was always a heavy kid and this and that. And, you know, and I just accepted it, but didn't realize I didn't have to accept it, right? I just accepted it because I was like, I know I'm not like them. You know, and I don't see them counting carbs. I don't see them looking at labels. And they're able to do it. So why can't I, right? So when I saw the nutritionist, and then when I took the course that they have us go through, right? And you actually look at the label and you practice the label. I actually kept a copy of it highlighted with green for good and red for bad. So when I would buy stuff in the store from that point on, I started looking at the label to see if it was in the red zone or the green zone. Right. And if it was in the red zone, it was a no-no. Yeah, I wasn't getting it no matter what. And then I started slowly going through my cupboard and removing things that were in the red zone or putting them on the kids' side of the house where it's like, okay, y'all can have this, I can't. Right. But my self-discipline was like, I want this. I had been looking at the surgery for a couple of years. And I was afraid. You hear all the stigmatism behind it. People's, oh, you took the easy way out, or you took and that is not the case. This is much harder to me than going to the gym and doing it, because the discipline it takes to make sure that you're following through and doing things that you need to do is much harder. And the risk of mortality, you know, so you have to be serious and understand what you need to do. It's not a light decision. That's right. And people that don't know assume it is, that that's an easy or quick way out, and don't realize that you made an ultimate choice, and it wasn't an easy choice. It wasn't a light choice. And that stigmatism behind that is there, right? So yeah, it's just, I'm glad I made that decision, though, because now you've laid the foundation to keep you here longer. Yep. A healthier life, a happier life. I've done things that I never, ever, ever would have done prior to it, like getting my pilot's license.
Right.
There's no way I could have get my wide self
get in there,
that front seat of a Cessna 172. There's no way. Me and a co-pilot, ain't no way. We couldn't. We'd have been in there like sardines trying to close the door, and it would have been, I wouldn't have been able to breathe or anything, because I know how hard it was for me to go up and down stairs, to do different things. I would wind and get tired. I couldn't even wear my little nice sexy little shoes, my heels, because I felt like the heel was gonna give out or tilt and this and that. Now I got the little skinny heels. I was like, whoa, I graduated to skinny heel instead of bigger. And it's like, but it's something I needed to do for me, because I was tired of, we went on a cruise once and we wanted to take pictures, and my feet were killing me so bad from wearing the heels. They were pretty, but I couldn't wear them because the weight that I was putting on my body and on the shoes, I just couldn't really walk. And it just really made our evening bad. We were on a cruise ship, and it was just like, I got to do something for me. And I wasn't upset with my husband. I was upset with me because I let myself get there. Right. So now it's like, we just did a 100-pound photo shoot, and that was amazing, like I said, and I would have never done that. The dress I had on, there's no way I would have tried. For one, that little piece of cloth wouldn't have got past one hip, let alone across the whole body.
I like, you're even skinnier than you were in those pictures you sent me. I'm like, oh my God, that's incredible.
I don't mind telling people I went from like a 20-22 in lady size down to an 8-10 now, right? And so I had to get rid of 100% of the clothes that I had. I lost shoe size, everything. Literally my ring, I had to get it resized. Yeah, just everything went down. My head shrunk. I'm like, this is insane. I've never seen things like, where I just didn't imagine. So I'm looking at clothes, and I try not to use a scale to gauge. I look at some of the clothes that I bought, like even through the process, clothes that I brought early on, and even stuff that I brought like in February. I bought this one little jumper, and when I put it on, it was a little tight, and I was like, okay, I can put it on. Let me just breathe in. I take the picture, and I put it on the other day, and it was literally falling off me and baggy and this and that. And I'm like, oh my God, this is insane. I would have never thought that this would be possible.
Okay, guys, so there you have it. Cut it off right there because that was, seemed to be a good place to stop. There is plenty more where that came from. It said she is a fireball, and we talked for a very long time. There's probably at least 4 videos out of this, maybe more when I'm done. So just to wrap this one up, she's getting her pilot's license. She lost all the weight, so she actually fit into that little airplane that she said she flies, the 150 and 172. If you've ever been in one of those little small Cessnas, you know exactly what she's talking about when she said she couldn't fit in it before. She talked about looking at labels. If you got questions about that, I'm sure she wouldn't mind answering any questions you had about that. I know we talked about that in the nutrition class that we went to. Choosing your foods, the self-discipline it takes to maintain everything, and don't ever let anyone tell you this was an easy decision or you took the easy way out. There's nothing easy about this. I fight with this every day. I have a really hard time sometimes. Some days are worse than others. I have a very good distraction, and I have a support system in place. It works most of the time. I'm pretty happy with how things go. I still struggle. Make no mistake about that. She talked about all the new clothes she's buying. Women like to buy clothes. There's no doubt about that. Guys don't really like to buy new clothes. I hated it. I hate buying new clothes, and hopefully, hopefully this is it. I won't have to buy anymore. So we'll have to see how that goes. I have 10 pounds left to go, and then I'm gonna try and probably put at least that 10 pounds back on, and hopefully with muscle. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Somewhere over here, there, probably on either side here, there's going to be a video, and then there's going to be a subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't get spammed or anything like that. Just help me grow the channel. All right. So I think that's pretty much it. Wraps it up for this week, and I'll talk to you guys next week in part 2. Bye.